11 billion wet wipes. That is what one country gets through in a single year, just Britain, and just in 12 months. A wet wipe you use for 3 seconds. A quick swipe, and it is gone. For you, the story ends there, but not for the planet. Start with the ones that get flushed. More than 4 billion of them every year in Britain alone. Laid end to end, a single year of those wipes would stretch from the Earth all the way to the moon, and most of the way back again, one quiet flush at a time. But they do not travel in a neat line. They gather. Most never reach open water at all. They are caught first in the sewers, and across Britain, water companies trace around 9 in 10 of their blockages to the same material, roughly 300,000 blockages a year. The bill to find them and cut them out runs as high as £200 million, paid in the end through the water rates of the very people who flushed them. In 2017, under a single street in East London, the wipes that came before came back together as one solid mass. 130 tons, 250 metres long, 93% of it wet wipes, bound in cooking fat and set as hard as concrete. The weight of 11 double-decker buses plugging a Victorian sewer. It took workers weeks to cut out by hand, and one piece was dried, sealed in a glass case, and put on display in a museum where it still sits today. The ones that escaped the sewer reached the river. On a bend of the Thames near Hammersmith, flushed wipes piled and bound with silt into an island of waste, around 180 tons of it, until it rose high enough to bend the course of the river itself. 5 million wipes were pulled out of that one mound, with a set of dentures and a car's timing belt tangled inside. And the ones that escaped the river reach the sea, where the wipe does its quietest work. It does not vanish. Sun and salt water break it apart, not into nothing, but into pieces, smaller and smaller, until it is microplastic, then fibre, then dust, spread through the water and the animals that drink it. A single wipe can keep shedding plastic for up to 100 years. So why does a wipe survive all of that when paper does not? Because it was built to. Ordinary toilet paper is designed to fall apart in water within seconds. That is the entire point of it. A wet wipe is engineered for the opposite. Woven through with polyester and polypropylene, plastic spun from fossil oil, bonded for wet strength so it holds together when soaked. 9 wipes out of 10 are made this way, and in one river study, 99% of them were plastic. The exact feature that makes the wipe useful is what makes it indestructible underground. And for 30 years, that same wipe was sold with a single word printed on the packet: flushable. The word did the work, even though the object could not. By 2019, the water industry had to write its own standard, a label for the rare wipe that genuinely breaks down, and most on sale never carried it. Only in 2024 did the government move to ban wet wipes containing plastic, and that ban does not take effect until 2027. A wipe flushed this morning will outlast the product on the shelf by a century. So here is the question: how many have you flushed without thinking twice? And the people who printed flushable on the packet, who built the thing never to break down, who sold it that way for 30 years, did they know all along?